Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all well. This video is part of the Angel Messages series, but this time I'm using an Archangel Michael Oracle deck, so all the messages here are going to relate to Archangel Michael. I will also do a little spotlight on Archangel Michael at the end of the reading because I've quite liked having that as an extra feature in the previous angel message readings. So if you like that section of this reading, you can check out the other readings in the Angel Messages series. And if there is a spotlight on a particular angel, I'll have a comment on those videos to tell you which angel it is and which pile to check out. As I said, I quite like doing it because it is a good way to get to know our angels better. Now, if you're new to my channel, the reason I use a slideshow format is because I channel by writing, and this makes it possible for me to share my content on the YouTube platform. So on the next slide, I'm going to have 3 piles for you to choose from, and we'll just get straight onto it. Right, so these are our 3 piles for today. Take your time choosing, and trust that the pile your intuition guides you to is the right one for you. Each pile here is marked with a crystal. Pile 1 is marked with a clear quartz angel, pile 2 is marked with an Angelite tumbled stone, and pile 3 is marked with an Angel Oracle Quartz crystal. These crystals are here to help you choose and to lend their energy to the readings. If you feel guided to more than one pile, there may be messages in more than one pile for you. I will go through the readings in order, so you can watch the whole video, or if you just want to watch the reading for a particular pile, you can jump straight to it. There will be timestamps for each reading in the description box. These readings are general readings. Even if the reading doesn't resonate for you, it's my intention that if you're guided to a pile, you will find something there that is useful to you. That might be an insight, a piece of wisdom, or the opportunity to see something from a new perspective. And for those who are interested, the details of the decks that I've used in this video will be listed on a slide at the end of the video. And that's it. I'll see you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, this is your angel message reading. Your tarot card is the 9 of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment. And the person in this image is certainly looking very stable and satisfied. I see this as someone who is operating at a high vibration, and that's why they've attracted all the blessings that they have. They actually even have a bit of a 9 of Pentacles vibe happening here, because this person does look like they're someone who is independent and materially stable. The Archangel Michael message is incredible because it's titled, You're Ready for More. The person in this card has been handed a giant flower, and they're feeling so privileged to have been handed this blessing. In fact, looking back at the first card, I think the person in that image looks like they've got a little bit too comfortable. And the person in this second Archangel Michael card looks like they're really appreciating this giant flower. The card talks about a growing and blossoming career, and it says that it's the right time to make the changes you've been contemplating. I'm getting an Ace of Pentacles vibe from that huge flower, and I feel like this is about branching out in some way because it does say that you're ready for more. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that is there for this person to take. The fact that this is talking about being ready for more suggests that this is going to be a little more challenging for this person. It's going to stretch them. There's definitely the sense that this person was a little too comfortable where they were. It was a little too easy. They weren't really living up to their potential before. Well, the good news is, I guess, this person is also excited by the new opportunity. They're actually excited about the idea that this new thing will stretch them. Yep, they're definitely ready for more. This is also a number 4 card, and that's making me think of the Emperor in tarot. That's someone with boss energy. It's someone who should be a leader. If this person isn't already in a leadership role, they should be. Now, obviously, in an organizational system, you can't just jump straight into a leadership position when you feel like it. So I'm feeling like this could be more like doing something on your own, starting your own business venture or something like that. Because that's automatically going to put you in the position of leadership because you're self-employed, you're the boss. And actually, at the time that I'm uploading this video, we still have the North Node in Aries in the astrology, and Aries is the sign of the Emperor. So that North Node transit is about sovereignty and self-governance. So if you're watching this now, close to the time of upload, this really might be saying that it is the time now for you to consider making that kind of move. I also just realized that this is pile number 1. So yeah, you're definitely meant to be numero uno, I think, when it comes to your career. The Angel Oracle card here is 9999, and we did start with the 9 of Cups. So that is a lot of 9s in this spread. And 9 is a number that relates to cycles completing. The number that comes after 9 in numerology is 10, and it reduces to 1 because that's what happens in numerology. You add the 2 digits together and reduce it down. So that is also saying that you're at this point where an older cycle is ending, and what comes next is the start of a new cycle. 9 is also a number that relates to the Hermit in Tarot, and that also carries the message of a solitary journey. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing this as being about you moving out on your own in something new. I'm going to read out the information on this last card because there is quite a bit on there. So the card is titled Lessons Learned. It has the keywords culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. The message on the card is take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You have made it, and the reward goes to you. That's a great message, and I can definitely see it relating to both of the previous cards. The person in the first card is definitely someone who has accomplished a lot already. So you're being asked to look at how you got there, and then to use those same abilities to succeed in your new venture. And you're being told to maintain optimism, drive, and momentum. You also have divine support in your new venture. I feel like the universe is going to help you succeed at whatever you decide to do. And a lot of this has to do with your vibrational frequency, which is what came up when I first started channeling with that tarot card. Your frequency attracts blessings because you are a blessing. You're a blessing in so many people's lives, and it's that same energy that is being drawn back to you. This is about you getting the good things that you deserve. So all you need to do is keep investing in what you want to succeed at, and you will succeed. It's pretty much guaranteed to happen. This is a fabulous reading, Pile 1. You will certainly love this next new cycle. It will challenge you, but it will be exhilarating as well. Pile 1, if you enjoyed this reading or found it helpful and you're leaving the video here, please give the video a like or leave a comment below. I hope to see you at another reading. Bye. Hi Pile 2, and welcome to your angel message reading. Your tarot card is the Hermit, which is a Virgo card. Incredibly, I think we might have had Pile 2 in the last angel reading actually feature this particular Hermit card, and I mean exactly this Hermit card because I used the same tarot deck last time. And to tell you the truth, it did surprise me that I was guided to use the same deck as I did in the previous reading, because I do normally like to mix things up a bit. The message in that last reading was different, so I'm not sure these are related readings, but I do feel like they were maybe meant to find a particular person, or rather this reading was meant to find a particular person. And I guess if you did choose Pile 2 in that last Angel Messages video, and then you've returned to the channel and decided to watch this reading, and you've chosen Pile 2 again, I'm going to say that this message is definitely for you. It's just too much of a coincidence to not be a godsidence. And as I said before, for me to use the same tarot deck in 2 consecutive readings is unusual because I like variety far too much to want to do that. But I was definitely guided to use this deck. So this is a godsidence. A godsidence is something the universe does to get your attention. So if you chose Pile 2 last time and Pile 2 this time, this Hermit card is here to make you understand that this message is something you need to pay attention to. For anyone here who didn't watch the previous angel message reading, this reading might still resonate strongly for you, and it would be the right reading for you. It's just that particular godsidence tells me that there's someone in particular who was absolutely meant to get this reading. Anyway, I'll start on this as if it's a new reading because it is. The Hermit is a card of solitude and introspection. This is someone who takes time away from the external world so that they can explore within. They are a seeker. They want to know who they are. They want to find themselves. They want to shine a light on the parts of themselves that are hidden. They know also that they can heal what is in their shadows if they go within and face what's there. The Archangel Michael card is titled Increase Your Knowledge. The message on it is, education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Now, what is it that your soul longs to know? I guess that's a question only you can answer. But I think Archangel Michael is saying that you need to go and look for the answers that you're after. The answers are out there. This card shows a scroll, a book, and a tablet device. The answers are definitely out there for you to find. They might be in older spiritual or religious texts. You might find them online through a modern spiritual guide or teacher as well. And to be honest, I could even say tarot readers can be spiritual guides, because I know that there are some exceptionally wise tarot readers out there. They will often say quite humbly that they're getting messages from their guides, but I feel like a lot of them are very well read and they have plenty of life experiences of different things and plenty of spiritual knowledge. I've certainly benefited from some of their wisdom. So it might be their guides talking through them and the cards, but I also think it's their soul sharing with us what it has knowledge of through its own learnings and experiences. So they're actually sharing stories of their soul's journey. And if your soul happens to resonate with those stories, there is something your soul is gaining from what they're sharing. Well, anyway, the Archangel message here is, Michael message here is saying that you need to start perhaps with the internet and start researching whatever it is that you want to know. And knowing how spirit operates, what you most need to find will show up when you decide to go looking for it. The words education brings opportunities also makes me think that it's in searching for the answers that you will discover where you're meant to go. I just thought of that song, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2. And maybe that's how it's been for you in this hermit energy. I can definitely relate to that, because I looked into a lot of things back when I was starting out on my spiritual journey. It was a very random process for me at that point, but over time I just found myself knowing when something felt right. That feeling is about alignment. So when you come across something in the external world and your soul says yes, that's because what you're seeing or hearing is in alignment with the truth of who you are. Your soul will tell you what it likes and doesn't like. Your soul will tell you what it recognizes as profound and what it sees as nonsense. Originally, I probably just saw that as my mind being discerning about what I liked and didn't like. But in truth, it was probably my soul letting me know what aligned with its truth and what didn't. So this is like when you try to read something or watch something and you just can't get into it. That's your soul saying it's not for you. And you can also have that experience on social media, where you might start off following certain Facebook pages or YouTube channels and feel like they were right for you. But then later on you end up unfollowing them because they just don't feel right anymore. They might start to feel contrived or inauthentic, or you might start thinking that the direction that channel or page is going in is different to where you're going. And, you might even find there's times when you feel like you've outgrown the energy of a particular page or channel. This is all very natural, to be honest, because we are all different. We do all have a different journey. We do all grow at a different pace. And so it makes sense that you might sometimes outgrow something or move in a different direction to something that you previously aligned with. And it can also be, it's like those, I don't know if you've heard of it, but that thing where you might have two saplings that start off the same size, but they're actually totally different plants. They're obviously not going to grow the same way. They're not going to grow at the same pace or have the ultimate, end up growing into being totally different things, really. So one sapling might become a tomato plant and the other sapling might grow into a big tall tree. So they are meant to become different things, so their path is always going to be different. So anyway, I think it's the soul saying yes that guides us to have certain experiences, and the soul saying no or pass that guides us away from what isn't meant for us or what we aren't meant to experience. So if we start to listen to these yes-no directions, we will get onto the path we're meant to be on, and then we can stay on it. So this is how our soul guides us to the things that align for us and away from the things that don't. If you're in this hermit energy and you're feeling like you're not finding what you're looking for, I think you do need to try new things and figure out what is aligning and what isn't. And that's exactly how it was for me in the beginning. I tried lots of things and then I settled onto a certain path, and now I'm pretty much just staying on that path. I'll move away from things or change things if I feel guided to, but otherwise it's pretty much just staying on this path because it's the right one, I believe. So it's ultimately just about learning to trust your inner guidance. So now I feel like I can do that now. It took time to develop that understanding that I need to trust my inner guidance and to recognize what my inner guidance was. But I feel like I don't struggle with that anymore. And I think that will come for you as well. So the alignment thing, yes, it can also apply to relationships in our lives. So when someone's energy is a match to yours, you'll feel close to them. And then if there's a mismatch later on, you'll feel that as well. Your soul is always going to be telling you what's in alignment and what isn't. And that's not to say you throw relationships away, but I've definitely had times where it was necessary to pull my energy back just because I wasn't sure of the alignment with certain family members or friends at that point in time. And in retrospect, it was actually always a good thing for me to pull my energy back. It hasn't caused any permanent endings, but it definitely meant that I could evolve in the way I needed to, and it was allowing them to evolve in the way they needed to. And quite often then the relationships would tend to realign again later down the track. So I think this is really just about accepting that we are all a little bit different, our paths are a little bit different, and sometimes we might just drift away from people for a little while and then it just comes back together again later. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In terms of permanent endings, I think we know when those are necessary, and that's usually when someone has done something that is so offensive to your soul that your soul says, there is no way I'm going near that person again because they are bad news. And obviously we've probably all had experiences where that happens. I know if someone betrayed me in a terrible way, I wouldn't be keen to let them back into my life. So, you might forgive them so that you can move on, but it's very unlikely that you would want to engage with someone who's wounded you badly. You wouldn't really want to engage with them again. And it's funny, I was talking about wise tarot readers earlier because this is something I got from a tarot reader. I can't remember the exact words, but it was something like, you don't need to be around any person who is disrespecting your soul. So that message stuck in my mind because it's so true. We don't need to stick with people while they disrespect us or belittle us or try to control us. Because if we stick around and accept that kind of treatment, it's basically saying that we're accepting that we are inferior to them. And while that might appear to be true in the material world, it might be that the other person is physically much stronger or they're wealthier or more powerful or they're of a higher status or whatever. So that might all be true in the material world, but actually that stuff only matters in the material world. It's purely a 3D matrix construct because at soul level, we're all carrying divinity within us. We're all equal. Nobody is superior to anybody else. We are all of equal worth. So I think that's why the words "don't let anyone disrespect your soul" kind of stuck in my mind, because in our 3D world, we can get used to accepting being treated badly. But when we realize our own divinity, then we really shouldn't tolerate people disrespecting us at that point, because now we know who we truly are at soul level. So I guess the people who are treating us correctly are the ones who treat us the way they would want to be treated, because they're treating us then as an equal. And I suppose that's what the golden rule is all about. So if you're ever in doubt, if you're ever wondering if if what you're tolerating is acceptable or not. Just think about that. Would the person treating you a particular way want to be treated the way they're treating you? So, that will make it very clear, because, if someone's treating you badly, I bet they don't want to be treated the same way. So remember that, the golden rule. We often think about in terms of how we treat other people, but it should also be something that applies to how other people treat us. And that can tell you also whether relationships are right for you or not, because, the people who treat you well, obviously you're going to keep them in your life, and the other people, maybe you do need to pull away from that a little bit so you can to find better relationships. All right. I've gone off track. All right, so I'll get back on track. But the point of this whole reading so far is that when we get better at discerning what is right for us and what isn't, we can rapidly get to a place where everything in our lives is aligning with who we are. So in essence, we're just going to decide that we'll only engage with things if they align, and if they don't align, we're not going to try too hard to keep those things going, because they obviously aren't meant for us, and because if they were, they would align, basically. So keep that in mind. The angel number here is 1818. The number 18 straight away makes me think of the moon card in tarot, and that makes me think of fears, shadows, and illusions. And that's an interesting card to come up with the Hermit card, because that's obviously someone traveling in darkness. So I think you've definitely been navigating in the dark. You've only had that little lantern to guide you. And of course, that's going to make you feel like you can only see a few steps ahead or a couple of meters ahead of you, because everything else around you is darkness, and you don't really know where you're going or what you might run into. And the moon card itself has this meaning because it also says the only way through this kind of situation is to trust your soul's guidance, because your soul will say when the direction you're traveling in is good or safe, and you can keep going that way. And when your soul says, no, don't go that way, it means that the direction isn't going to be good for you in the long run. And that's true even if you yourself can't see a problem right now. As I said earlier, that ability to completely trust our souls is something we need to get comfortable with and ultimately be really confident about. And when you manage to get to that place of confidence, the future won't be scary at all, really, because you might have absolutely no idea what the future is about because you can only see, 2 meters ahead of you. But you know that your soul is going to guide you in the right direction. And if you ever need to change course, your soul is going to let you know. So back to this 1818 card. 18 reduces to 9. So 1818 actually also reduces to 9 because that's the magic of the number 9. And here we have the Hermit, which is a number 9 card. And this is reminding me very much of the pile 1 reading, because they started with a number 9 card at the start, and then this angel number card they had lots of 9s as well. So there's plenty of 9 energies in pile 1 as well, and we're getting that same thing happening here. So if you are interested in pile 1, please to go check that one out as well. Now, all of this 9 energy, even if these readings don't relate or that they don't both resonate for you, having all of this 9 energy in the first 2 piles of this reading is making me think that collectively we're at a point where we're closing out old cycles and starting new ones. Now, this last card, I'll just read out what's on it. It's titled Willpower. The keywords on the card are achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. And the message on the card is, wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. Again, I'm going to say that card reminds me very much of the pile 1 reading, so maybe you guys should go check it out. But with what I said earlier about trusting your soul's guidance to navigate you through the darkness, I'm seeing this angel number message as profound. So you might not see where your life is heading, but you are being led in the right direction. You will have the right people and right resources appear on your path. And I think that relates to, what we were talking about earlier about just trying new things, looking around, trying to find the answers. And when you do that, the right things are going to appear. So this is your soul guiding you to success and greatness. So do trust the yeses and nos that your soul is giving you, because it's guiding you along your aligned path. This card is titled Willpower, so I guess you'll have to rely on that to get you through periods of uncertainty. So you might feel like you're about to do something that just makes no sense at all, but your soul's telling you to do it. And at that point, you're going to have to be really stubborn about how you're trusting your soul's guidance, because your soul's telling you and it has to be right, okay? So if whatever your soul is asking you to do requires a leap of faith, you're just going to have to imagine that you're Indiana Jones and you're just going to do it. So, you're just going to make that jump if it's necessary. And it's also important to know that a leap of faith is really only a leap of faith as far as your ego mind is concerned. Your soul wouldn't tell you to jump unless it knew you could make that jump. And your soul basically already knows that you're going to land on your feet when you make that jump, or your soul already knows you're going to pull off some incredible feat that you never imagined was possible. So the thing I'm getting there is we might feel like we're wandering around in the dark and, we can't really see everything, but our higher self sees everything clearly, and our higher self knows exactly what's meant to happen for us. So all we have to do is learn to accept the directions that come. And that's all I'm getting here, Pile 2. It feels like it's been a big reading, but don't let your ego mind direct you to do things that are against your soul's guidance. Just keep reminding yourself that your higher self knows the way, and you just need to trust the guidance. All the best, Pile 2. I think that was a huge message for whoever it was for. I think you're going to find that there are some very pleasant surprises ahead of you on this journey, and the fact that you can't see doesn't mean they're bad things. There are good things ahead of you. Don't worry about anything. Just, keep taking the steps you're guided to. Be excited about the future, because there are great things coming. And don't worry about what your ego mind's worried about, because it's only it's got that limited perspective of I can only see 2 meters ahead of me and I've got to make the safest decision based on that. But really your soul has far greater visibility of your life's path. So that's the one that you should learn to trust. So just keep practicing trusting on the alignment. So keep learning to accept the yeses and to move away from the nos. And once you do that, it will just get stronger and stronger, the ability to trust that guidance, because you'll see that it's never really leading you anywhere bad. So yeah, I think I will stop here because I've gone on and on, I feel, but all the best, Pile 2. I think, you know what to do. So if you enjoyed this reading or found it helpful and you're leaving the video here, please do give the video a like or leave a comment below. And I hope I will see you at another reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. These are the cards for your angel message. Your tarot card is the Judgment card, which is a spiritual awakening card. It is a call to live in greater authenticity, to live a life that truly aligns with your soul's identity and purpose. And to do this, we must make our own assessment of where we are in life and consider if the choices we made in the past were the right ones. It is at this point that we must determine what kind of future we want and make the decisions that will allow us to become who we truly want to become. The Judgment card is the penultimate card in the Major Arcana, so the Fool has already been through all the highs and lows of life and is now in a position where he can choose to honour the person that he has become. The card that follows this is the World card, which is the end of the Fool's journey. At that point, the Fool is no longer a fool. He has become a mature and wise person and an enlightened soul. If this is you, Pile 3, it's time for you to take a look at your past life experiences and decisions and actions, and assess if you're happy with all of that and where you are right now in life. And if there are changes you feel that you need to make, this is the time to make those changes. The Judgment card relates to Pluto, so you might feel that there is something big that needs to change in relation to your life, or something that has to end. Pluto is a big energy in that respect, but with the Judgment card, you are the one who will be making those decisions. They won't be forced upon you, but there is a sense that whatever you decide to do now is what will determine your future. So it's about free will. But it's in exercising that free will, you are also accepting the consequences of any choices that you make. That's a powerful card to start with. But our Archangel Michael message is very reassuring. It is titled, Your Loved Ones Are Safe. I think this highlights that one of the main reasons we fear making big changes in our lives is because we don't want to mess things up for our loved ones. I know myself that when I was a young single girl, I was a lot less anxious about decisions. It was just obvious to me that if I did make a mistake, it was only going to affect me. It's a different story now because I have children to think about and elderly parents who are needing more support. For example, I wouldn't decide it was okay to take off on a 2-month trip to Europe because it probably wouldn't be. There are people here who need me, so circumstances have changed. Now, your circumstances might be slightly different, but it looks like you have loved ones that you're worried about, and those worries might be stopping you from making certain decisions. And because we have the Judgment card, it looks like those are the decisions that you know would be right for you. I guess an example of this might be that you wish to end your relationship, but you're worried about how that might affect your children or the extended families on both sides. Or perhaps you want to change careers and you're afraid that will mean putting your family through financial hardship. Or, if this was like that example of the 2-month holiday to Europe, maybe your soul's deepest yearning is actually to travel and see the world, but you feel like that would be too much for your family to manage without you if you went away for big periods of time. Archangel Michael's message, though, is a powerful reassurance. It reads, let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. It looks like you are being told that whatever it is you're wanting to do, it's not going to have the negative effects that you're worried about. Archangel Michael is saying, don't worry about it. I will make sure your loved ones are taken care of. This card is a number 41 card. And that is a special number to me because a couple of years ago I started seeing it all the time. Sorry, that was a number synchronicity I was seeing a lot a few years ago now. And at the time I saw that 41 reduced to 5, which was a number of change and transformation. And then I happened to realize that 4 was the number of the Emperor in Tarot and 1 was the number of the Magician in Tarot. And these are 2 very dynamic masculine characters in the Tarot. The Emperor is obviously the card of the Divine Masculine, so that's someone who is bold and prepared to take action when guided to. The Magician is someone who can manifest and create any reality that they want. The Magician holds all the aces, so all he has to do is be clear about his intentions, and he will turn those intentions into the outcome that he wants. So, just as I said, these are 2 powerful archetypes, and after I got that understanding, I started to see that the number 41 was a powerful number in relation to change. In essence, if you know what you want, you can go for it. Go for it with all the passion and drive that the Emperor has, and the outcome will be exactly as you envisioned it, or it might magically turn out to be even better than what you had envisaged. And that's what happens if you combine the energies of the Emperor and the Magician. This card is saying you need to stop being limited by your worries. If you feel guided to make a significant change in your life and you are worrying about other people, stop. Even if you're not sure this reading applies to you, you can still ask the universe to help you. You can ask your angels to help you. I left a permanent job a few years ago, and at the time I knew that being self-employed was going to be a lot riskier than a secure income where I was getting a guaranteed paycheck every fortnight. I did know, though, that I didn't want to continue at my old job, and so I put my faith in the universe. I left my job, and I was thinking to myself that if it was going to take a while to find more work, then I'd have to perhaps use my savings to manage in that transition period. Well, there actually was no difficult transition period at all. I left the job and I had extra work coming in straight away, and most of those new opportunities became things that brought me regular work. So even though my income was technically non-secure, I still had money coming in regularly, and well, I just never ever had a point where I felt like I made a mistake leaving that secure job. So that's, the time that I put my faith in the universe, and the universe made sure that I would be all right. And I also know when I've been through the darkest, most difficult times of my life that I have asked God to help me get through those times, and I do feel that I was helped. So you can always ask for help, don't forget. Now the angel number here is really amazing because it's got 11 and 44, and it's almost like you're getting double the energies of the Magician and the Emperor. I really don't think you can fail with those numbers. 1144 reduces to 1 if you add all the digits together. That's the number of the Magician again, but it's also the number that is about new beginnings and new cycles beginning. And the card is even titled High Vibes, so you're being told there is no reason for you to be anything other than high vibing. The key words are divine intervention, prosperity, big ventures, fated events, faith, purpose, and a higher calling. The message on the card is love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. There you go. You're worrying for nothing. Just imagine things working out in the best way and be prepared to be shocked because they will probably turn out even better than you imagined. The card actually says this twice because it says much better than in your wildest dreams, and then it says will exceed your expectations. I think you need to stop worrying and make the best plan with the intention that what you're doing will benefit you and all the people that you love. And then you need to get on with it. Use your Emperor powers to do whatever is necessary, and your Magician powers will magically manifest outcomes that are even more wonderful than what you had originally imagined. If or when you hit those fragile human moments where you are scared, just ask the universe to help you. You really can have the future you want. And of course, the universe wants you to have it too. The universe loves you, really does. So it will support you. If you ask for help, you will get it. I love that reading, pile 3. Please don't squander your judgment card opportunity. Don't give up on having the future that you want. There is a way for it all to unfold perfectly, and you will figure it out as you go. You just need to start by making your intentions clear and getting to work on them. All the best, pile 3. If you enjoyed this reading or found it helpful, and you're leaving the video here, please give the video a like or leave a comment below. I hope to see you at another reading. Bye. All right, so this is the spotlight on Archangel Michael that I mentioned at the start of the video. I will just read out all the details on this card. It's a number 1 card, and the symbols on the card relate to the fire element, the sun, Leo, and the direction of south. Archangel Michael is the defender and protector of Earth. The keywords on this card are reveals truth, restores faith, reassurance, strength, courage, resolve, and cutting cords. Archangel Michael's message here is, call on me when you feel afraid, lonely, in despair, or in need of courage and protection. Archangel Michael is also connected to Sapphire, Sunday, and the word trust. And so, as I've done in the past with the other angels, I've just pulled the Archangel Michael cards from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle deck. These are meant to be just extra messages from the angels, but I can already see that these particular cards do relate very much to the themes that have come up in our 3 piles. The first card here is Remember Who You Are, and Archangel Michael says, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. The second card here says, you are safe. And Archangel Michael says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And the third card is titled Crystal Clear Intentions. And Archangel Michael says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Isn't that cool? It really does relate to all of our readings, doesn't it? And that's the end of the reading for you guys. Here on this slide are the decks I used for this video for those who are interested. The tarot deck is the Influence of the Angels Tarot, and the oracle decks that were in each pile were the Archangel Michael's Sword of Light Oracle and the Angel Number Oracle cards. And then I used for the spotlight on the angels, the Intuit Angel Oracle and the Archangel Oracle cards. And finally, I would like to thank you for supporting my work by watching this video. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please show your support by hitting the like button or making a comment. Please share this video if you think it might be interesting to others. If you would like to see more of my work, you can be notified of future uploads if you subscribe to the channel. And of course, you can check out some of my other videos. If you would like to support me on Facebook, here is a little thumbnail image of my Facebook blog on the slide on the right-hand side. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again in a future video. Haha! I was just starting to record this video when I suddenly remembered this other Archangel Michael deck that I have, and I think that was my guides telling me to go pull another card. Well, I got the card and then I wasn't sure where in the reading to put it, so I thought I might just make it an extra message for the truly committed viewers who stayed till the end. I think some movies do this too, don't they, for the extra committed viewers who stick around and watch all the closing credits. Yep, so if you're someone who watches right to the end, I think I might do this from time to time, and it can be our little secret. I'm just going to read you the guidebook entry for this card. The card is from the Blue Angel Oracle. It's card number 38. It's titled Gateway 111, and the keyword on it is evolution. Observe this image closely. It depicts a portal that leads you up golden steps of light to an arc. Once you reach this point, you ascend again to an even higher realm of consciousness. This spiritual journey is occurring within you. Right now, you are ascending to higher planes of awareness, wisdom, and love. This is a significant point in your soul's evolution, a rare and major event. It is an initiation through which you are eternally blessed. There are cycles of great wisdom and love from this point on. Through one heart, one dream, one love, I ascend upon golden wings to a world of crimson dreams. And that's it. If you stuck around to this point, that message was especially for you. All the best. I'll see you next time. Bye.